What's your Thomas back with the retro reviews with TNA's No Surrender 2006. It's been a while since I talked about TNA in the year of 2006 because the last one I talked about was Lockdown. So things have changed from Lockdown to this. I mean, I already did all the 2006 reviews on the main channel 5 years ago, so there's that. But so the overall, it was a great go home show before next month's subject we're going to talk about. Regardless, September 24th in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, it has 8 matches and a surprise at the end, but we'll talk about all that. So cover up for speed. Some point in June, I will talk about Slammiversary 2006. Jeff Jarrett won the world title due to controversial circumstances, where the belt was vacated for a week. He got it back, and this led to Sting getting the shot at Hard Justice. Again, I will talk about that at some point soon in the future. Again, on this channel, Christian turned on Sting, and basically led to this right here. So Jeff Jarrett was guilty, and the main event of this is a fans revenge match. It's basically a lumberjack match with fans surrounding the ring and leather straps also. And he faces Samoa Joe, non-title. So why is it non-title? Well, because Jeff Jarrett's gonna fight Sting at Bound for Glory. That's the big spoiler alert right there. Regardless, let's talk about this event. And yeah, so next week we're talking about Unforgiven 1999. So we're going back to 1999 next week, but in a different promotion because you saw last week's review, Fall Brawl 1999, which that show was fucking dreadful. But anyways, we kicked off with Eric Young defeating A1. It's just a Impact match, really. Eric Young was part of this because trying to find Sting again, which, spoiler alert, Sting was not on this show. I mean, he won't come back to tell the information Bound for Glory, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, he was that, and he randomly fought A1, which, by the way, he was on Marky D's Ring of the Hog. I believe it was the 3rd season. Yeah. By the way, I recommend you watch Ring of the Hawk with Marky D. Go watch it. It's funny stuff there. But anyways, it's just a basic match, really. A 5 out of 10. So there's that. Anyways, then Jay Lethal defeats Petey Williams. This was just a random skit match, but it was still a good match. But they put whatever it was in Petey Williams' bottle of water, and he was going to shit his pants in the middle of the ring. And that's why they were Jay Lethal, Sache Dunn, and Chris Sabin were doing these stupid jackass skits on TV around this time. I was like, and finally, fuck that show, really. Regardless. Yeah. I give it a 6 out of 10 because, yeah. Anyways. Then we got a noticeable vacation match between Abyss defeating Raven and Brother Run, who is Spike Dudley, by the way. It was a fun 3-way match. It was almost ECW a little bit, but this feud went into Bound for Glory with Samoa Joe. Spoilers. Right there. So there's that. This led to, that. And a bit 2 months from now, it will become the world champion in a pretty rough match with Sting at Genesis. Whenever I get to that, probably next year, maybe, because I already have all the schedules up for October, November, and December, but you will not see what the December reviews will be for the month of December, and yeah, fun match, 8 out of 10, probably one of the funnest matches on the night. Then we get this triple chance battle royal to determine the number one contenders for the World Tag Team Champions. Spoiler, this did not have a battle. The winners of this did not get the title. They probably got the title match at Impact, perhaps. Now, the participants were the James Gang, America's Most Wanted, the paparazzi of Alex Shelley and Johnny Devine, the Diamonds in a Row, which I didn't know they were still around by late 2006. I thought they disbanded like earlier, but no, apparently. I don't think they were around much longer. Maverick Mac, who is the nephew or the cousin of Shawn Michaels, keep in mind, and Kazarian, Ron Killington, Lance Hoyt for whatever reason, and the Shark Boy and Norman Smiley. Yeah, it came down to the Naturals and America's Most Wanted, which this was around the time America's Most Wanted was on the end of their split up for realsies, because at the end of the year they did split up. So there was that. Um, this whole thing was just, I didn't like it that much. It was 3 out of 10. It might be the worst match on this show. Yeah. Next up is for the TNA X Division Championship. Senshi defeats Chris Sabin to retain the X Division Championship. More of these Storm and Jackass skins, because this was a good match, but I think the Bound for Glory match, it was better than this match, because we'll talk about that. And really, there was this blow-up doll with Chris Sabin gear on, and Senshi realizes, who is low key by the way, who, and Cavalli in WWE, if you remember him in WWE, nobody does, because it was in 2010, and the less I say about 2010, the better, but regardless. But then he still won the... Chris Sabin still lost the match regardless. Random. Yeah. 7.5 out of 10. Not the best exhibition match ever, but regardless. And then we get Christian Cage defeating Rhino. This was during Christian's heel run in TNA, which this led to him turning heel on Sting at Hard Justice last month, and Rhino wants to beat some sense back into Christian, but Christian will win this match and next month at Bound for Glory. Again, we'll talk about Bound for Glory next month. Really good match, but their match at Bound for Glory, again, was better than this. But still a good match. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 also. This led to match of the night. The Ultimate X match for the NWA / TNA World Tag Team Champions. And keep in mind, this was... They said this is the return, but Destination X76 had this, but this is like the second Ultimate X match in... Again, like in... Did that Final Resolution 2005. Shh! Don't say anything about January, because there will be some Royal Rumbles, but there will be 2 preliminary reviews. Shh. I won't tell you what those are. And Destination X 2005, but regardless. The feud between AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels versus LAX was refreshing for the tag team division, because that was hard by America's Most Wanted, which, if I keep in mind, they were on the last. They were like on the verge of splitting up. And we'll get to that. So, Hard Justice, HA and Daniels won to retain the tag titles there. Yeah, we'll mention that probably next year, perhaps. I don't know. And then LAX snapped, and they won the belts there on Impact. But and this led to the third match between the two with the Ultimate X match for that. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels defeat LAX to win back the World Tag Team Champions. They will drop them the following month. But although this was not the best of these matches, that's next month. But still a great match. 8.5 out of 10. And be fair here, this was a great tag team title feud. And move on from there. And this led to the main event. Well, then I'll talk about the whatever. So basically, AJ Styles did a Styles Clash on Homicide, and Daniels was trying to get away from Conan with a kendo stick, and Daniels jumped from the cable to grab one of the tag titles, which for some reason they had to put one of the tag titles on top of it. But yeah, this might be this probably was the only tag team Ultimate X match they ever did, I think. I don't know much anymore. But yeah. Then we get the main event. A Fans Revenge Lumberjack match, not for the world title, because Jeff Jarrett's going to fight Sting at Bound for Glory, so it's title versus career, basically. Samoa Joe defeats Jeff Jarrett. This is one of the shortest main events ever for TNA pay-per-views around this era. It was short for Jeff Jarrett matches because you were expecting ref bump, and there's that, the Jarrett special, I like to call it, but this was just, and you're thinking Samoa Joe's not going to win this match, right? No, he wins. This makes Jarrett look weak going into his Bound for Glory match, right? Well, Jeff Jarrett, spoiler alerts, would drop the world title to Sting, so Jeff Jarrett is not, he's another guy who puts over younger guys, like AJ Styles in 2003, even though it wasn't cleanly. And basically there's that. But then afterwards, Samoa Joe took the world title, which came out, he would not win the world title until 2008, when it came to TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But then comes Jim Cornette, because this was around the time Cornette was, was in charge of TNA around this time period. Said November, I believe it was November, I forgot what it was. It was Thursday. They were going prime time, basically. But then the other one, you saw my community tab, whatever. Or they show the newest signing of TNA, Kurt Angle. Well, I know why I chose this in September. Then I'm going to do ECW One Night Stand from this time also. It's a little, what am I trying to say? I don't know what I was trying to say, regardless. Jumble up, that's what I'm trying to say. But we'll talk about why Kurt Angle left WWE or by One Night Stand 06 review. Okay, we'll save that. Really. This was a fine match. A 6.5 out of 10. My favorite part about this was Samoa Joe grabbed Jeff Jarrett, put him on the ropes. I'm gonna say a wild slap not appears, but that's Marky D's kid, not mine. But I'll still say it regardless. No, but and then these were, I think these are plants. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. These fans were plants, really. Grab these straps and whip Jeff Jarrett. He entered the match with 3 fucking t-shirts, by the way, to keep away from the whipping. And when all the shirts were gone, he got whipped. It was funny. Fun event, besides the tag team battle royal. The triple chance battle royal, that is. It's a fun show. I give it 7 out of 10. Because TNA around 2006, man, these were fun times. But next week, going back to the year 1999, but not WCW, the WWF, because if you saw Fall Brawl 1999, Eric Bischoff got fired, and the new regime would not be coming until October 3rd against Russo. And his last pay-per-view he ever worked for the WWF was Unforgiven. Picture this, Kennel from Hell. Referees were on strike. Okay, that's not really that, but still, the referees were on strike around this time. And a six-pack challenge that got changed with a lot of fuckery. Unforgiven 1999 is next week. Tomorrow will be my SmackDown review also. Saturday, I'm probably do the Dumpster Fires video on Sting in 1999. Yeah, I'm changing the title for it because if I did a heel run, it would have been from Fall Brawl 1999 to Mayhem 1999. So I just I want to talk about his entire 1999, how bad it was. I hate to do this for Sting because I know, but 1999 was one of his worst years ever in WCW. That is, so that's probably Saturday, and then Sunday, it's Revenge, the pay-per-view, and we'll move on from there. I'll see you next week for Unforgiven 1999 on this channel, so subscribe and click the notification bell on this channel, and also like this video and comment down below, and also subscribe to my main channel also. Goodbye.